News of BTS's Jimin's transfer from the Fire Direction Center, FDC, unit continues to draw attention. This time, the situation became even more emotional when Jimin's father was seen picking up his son with teary eyes at the gate of the military headquarters. This moment immediately gave rise to more speculation about the real reason behind the transfer of this task. Is it personal, or is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? Some eyewitnesses who were at the location at that time said that the atmosphere looked very haru. Jimin's father, who is known as a major support figure in his son's life, was seen talking to several military officials before finally meeting Jimin. An anonymous source from inside the base mentioned that Jimin himself looked calm, despite the serious expression on his face. However, the emotional gaze of the father made many people around feel the depth of the situation. This incident occurred just hours after the release of internal military documents indicating that Jimin will be transferred to a new division, the location of which has not been disclosed until now. This order was touted as a sudden decision that shocked even the top brass in the FDC unit. This decision also gave rise to various theories about Jimin's relationship with colleagues in his old unit, including rumors that Jimin may have experienced certain stresses or dynamics during his service. Nobody knows what the real reason is, but seeing his father come, we could feel that there was something more than just the usual transfer of duties, said one of the soldiers who witnessed the moment of the meeting. Speculation went wild when some fans suggested that Jimin might be transferred to a bigger role in the military. As a public figure with great influence, Jimin's presence in certain divisions may have been designed to strengthen the image of the South Korean military. However, this theory does not yet have a solid basis, given that there is no official statement from the military or Big Hit Music. Jimin's father himself is known as a figure who is very supportive of his son's career, both as a member of BTS and as an individual. His presence at the military base at this crucial moment shows how much care and love he has for Jimin. However, the look in his teary eyes also invites a profound question. Is this displacement related to something more serious? Some fans have speculated that this move may be related to Jimin's health or personal issues that require family attention. However, this information is completely unconfirmed. Big Hit Music, as always, remains silent and has not released any statement regarding this situation. Tensions escalated further when photos of Jimin and his father's meeting leaked on social media. In the photo, Jimin and his father are seen walking side by side out of the gate of the base. Although Jimin was seen trying to calm the situation with a slight smile, the father's expression that looked heavy-hearted left a deep impression on many people. Fans, who have been known to care deeply about Jimin, immediately responded with various expressions of support on social media. Hashtags like ****, hashtag Stay Strong Jimin, and hashtag We Love You Jimin **** instantly topped the top trends on various platforms. One fan wrote, "No matter what happens, we know Jimin will face this with his usual strength and sincerity. We got your back, Jimin." However, there are also voices that ask that the public not be too hasty in drawing conclusions. A military analyst contacted by local media stated that such a move is actually quite common in the military environment, especially for soldiers who show outstanding performance. The transfer of duties can be a sign of great confidence from the military leadership. However, without official confirmation, it is difficult to say what exactly happened in Jimin's case, he explained. Amid this uncertainty, attention is now focused on the next steps to be taken by Big Hit Music and the military. Will they clarify the situation? Or do they choose to keep Jimin and his family private? What is clear, the emotional moment between Jimin and his father has added a new dimension to this story. For fans, this event is not only about an idol serving his military service, but also about a child facing major changes in his life with the full support of his family. As time goes by, the greatest hope is that the truth behind this move can be revealed clearly and Jimin can continue to live his military life calmly. Until then, many have wondered, will this next step lead Jimin to a new challenge? Or is it part of something bigger that we don't yet know? BTS's father Jimin's reaction to this situation became one of the most attention-grabbing moments. When Jimin came out of the gate of the military headquarters to meet his father, the atmosphere immediately turned to emotion. Jimin's father, who has been known to be very calm and supportive of his son's career, seemed unable to hold back his emotions. His glassy eyes and meaningful gaze at Jimin seemed to reveal more than words could explain. Several eyewitnesses who were at the scene said that Jimin's father initially tried to look tough in front of the military officers. However, when he saw his son walking closer in his service uniform, he seemed to begin to lose control of his emotions. He hugged Jimin tightly, without caring about the people around him who witnessed the moment. The hug was like the hug of a father who longs, but is also full of worries, said one of the soldiers who witnessed the moment. In a brief conversation in front of the gate, Jimin's father seemed to speak softly to his son. Although no one could hear the contents of their conversation directly, some witnesses mentioned that the tone of the father's voice sounded soft, but firm. One military source said the moment was filled with expressions of pride and anxiety. Jimin's father is someone who is very supportive of his son, but on the other hand, as a parent, he certainly wants to make sure that Jimin gets fair treatment, both in his duties and in his daily life in the military, the source said. When asked by some reporters who tried to get closer, Jimin's father only gave a short answer. "I just want to make sure Jim is okay. As a father, that's the most important thing for me," he said in a trembling tone of voice. This statement was enough to make many fans feel touched, some of whom even admitted to crying when they saw a short video of the meeting circulating on social media. After the meeting, Jimin's father immediately left the site in a private vehicle, while Jimin remained under military supervision for the administrative process related to his transfer. However, the heavy-hearted expression seen on Jimin's father's face left a deep impression on many people. This reaction sparked more speculation about what was really going on behind this move. Some fans have speculated that Jimin's move may be related to the pressure he experienced during his previous stint. They noted that as an international celebrity, Jimin must have faced different challenges than other warriors. However, there are also those who believe that the emotional reaction of the father is not a sign of something negative, but rather a deep sense of pride in what has been achieved by Jimin. Jimin's father knew how much his son struggled to do his military duty well, despite being under intense public scrutiny. Her tears were probably a mixture of pride and relief. One fan wrote on social media, hashtags such as ***, Jimin and his father, and #ProudFatherMoment*** are trending again on social media, accompanied by various words of support and prayers for Jimin and his family. One comment from a fan wrote, "Seeing Jimin's father cry makes us realize that behind the splendor of an idol's life, there is a human struggle that we have never seen. We support you, Jimin, and your family." Many hope that Big Hit Music or the military will soon provide official clarification to end all speculation. However, until now, the relevant parties still choose to remain silent. For fans, this situation is a reminder of how much pressure a global celebrity like Jimin faces, even as he serves his country. Whatever the real reason behind this move, one thing is certain. The relationship between Jimin and his father has shown an emotional side that is rarely seen. The father's support, seen through the warm hugs and tears that could not be hidden, became a reminder of how important the family is in facing every challenge of life. After the emotional moment, news of Jimin's father's reaction began to spread quickly, not only among fans, but also in local and international media. Many felt that the scene reflected the struggles of a proud but worried father with his son's situation. What's more, the spotlight is now increasingly on the real reason behind Jimin's move to a new division. Speculation continues to grow. Some observers consider that Jimin's move may involve greater responsibility, given his status as a highly respected public figure. There is also a theory that this move was made in order to provide a more comfortable space for Jimin in the military environment, especially after reports that mention the presence of complex dynamics in his old unit. On the other hand, the BTS fan community, known as ARMY, is increasingly showing their support for Jimin and his family. Various discussion forums were filled with messages of hope, such as, "Whatever the reason for this move, we believe Jimin will do his job as well as possible as always." Not a few also praised the attitude of Jimin's father, who showed the depth of his emotions without shame before the public. A short recording showing Jimin hugging his father went viral. In the video, It can be seen that Jimin is trying to calm his father with quiet words while smiling.